Right, let's get to it straight away. Is this a war of words between yourself and Ralph Brown, or continuation of the war of words from not so long ago when there were issues that were raised about your respect or disrespect that was shown to the Prime Minister? Because you are saying it's not a police officer. He is saying that it's not an army uniform that is being worn.
No, definitely. There will be no war of words. Ralph Brown is not in my weight class. Dennis Dren very well to try to go back to the 1970s to find someone who's probably in his 80s to try to justify what it is that was placed in the Express yesterday. I heard your comment, Fazir, and you're correct. The priority is to deal with the issue and not whether who is responsible. But you tell me if it is that if there's a media house that makes a false information and the Express is blamed, or TV6, you would obviously defend it. The Express yesterday lied to the country. CCN lied to the country. There was never any police officer that was caught. You all lied, Fazir. So it is my right to clarify. CN, you lied. TV6, you lied.
Okay.
Express, you lied.
All right,
there was no police officer that was caught. Instead of you all apologizing, as professional organizations would do, by lying to say that a police officer was caught, you try to find somebody who retired 40 years ago in the Defense Force, and in 40 years ago, Fazir, all you had was bush camouflage. That's what Ralph Brown knows. So 40 years later, and the audacity of the Express, instead of you are asking the Commissioner of Police to answer questions based on what Defense Force people are wearing. That is unbelievable.
So, just so we understand, you are accusing TV6, CCN Group of deliberately misleading the public of Trinidad and Tobago by lying and stating inaccurately with malicious intent that it was a police officer who put in a video.
Correct. You are lying to the country. And then when it is, I stated, it is not a police officer, it was a member of the Defense Force. Then the social media started to clarify, well, he's not a soldier, maybe he's retired, and maybe he's an SRP, and he's an ex-soldier. They were all lies. The individual was not a police officer. He is not a member of SWAT. He is not an SRP. There's a difference between a serving soldier in the Defense Force to that of a member of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Those individuals were not police officers. They were not members of SWAT. They were not ex-armed. They were not SRPs. And instead of the Express realizing that you lied to the country, because again, this reporter has written 42 consecutive articles on Gary Griffith. I would ask somebody, can you write anything that is read other than Gary Griffith? 42 in 2 years, which is every 2 weeks you write something on Gary Griffith. But now you have tried to fool the country to say that the police officer was involved. It was not. It was a member of the Defense Force. This is not the first time for Zero, because that sells. Bad news sells. Speaking of what Gary Griffith would sell, you remember the homeless man at the side of the road? It was a soldier who pointed the gun at the homeless man. It was a soldier in the back who gave him the alcohol. But all of the media kept saying is police abuse of power, when the police officers were the ones driving the vehicle in front. And again, they wouldn't be culpable because they were aiding and abetting. But the people who were involved, they never said soldiers involved, never said Defense Force. The police service and Gary Griffith, that will sell, not the Defense Force. Notice the headline of today's Express. Questions for Gary on what Defense Force is wearing. So all of a sudden now, I am responsible for what Defense Force would wear. Really Express, really CCN?